Hello everyone, and welcome to something we haven't really done since very early on the channel. Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds. There's a few reasons. A, when we did this back in the day, that was, back when we had only 15-minute video limit. And this thing also drained the hard drive rapidly, making just 15-minute videos. Or, well, cutting them down to 15-minute videos. B, because, well, back at the time, that was what, 2012 or so when we recorded this? It was fun uploading this. That wasn't, YouTube didn't overly enforce the whole copyright music rule and all that nonsense. So this became like basically one of our most popular series, right? Because no one else was doing Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds around then. So we had the monopoly on it. Now there's quite a few Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds playthroughs and skirmish things and videos. Because, of course there would be eventually. Like Army Men. Army Men's still practically our most popular series because, it's a pain in the ass to get it to run, and no one's doing it, so. And no, I'm probably not doing Army Men again, because that's just pain, and suffering, and trying to deal with wonky controls the entire time. But, yeah. So, Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds. Eventually, I believe it was Sony Music Entertainment, SME, decided to claim pretty much almost all the videos. And the thing is, since those were, 15-minute videos, it was a very long series at the time. Like, I think it ended up being, 50 plus videos? Decided to claim pretty much all of them. Just, and this video has copyright notifications. This video can't be seen in this country. This video is blocked in X amount of countries because, Sony Music Entertainment. Like, okay, that's fine. It's whatever. It's a loss. The videos lived for, several years before Sony destroyed them, basically. But then, a few years later, Disney takes over Star Wars, right? Well, what does that mean? It means Disney sends out a whole nother spiel of, oh hey, these videos that Sony claimed, well now, what is it, UMG? United Music Group? Well, now they're claiming all of these. All these copyright claims, and now they're claiming them. Copyright notifications, blocked in X amounts of countries. Okay. Across, 50-some videos. The problem though is it wasn't all just at once. It took weeks, if not months, of them just spamming my frickin' inbox like, hey, this video has copyright notifications. Hey, this video has copyright notifications. And then even later there was third-party, I think it was some third-party Japanese subgroup of the UMG that also decided to claim them too. So once again, 50-some notifications that, hey, your videos, Disney's not happy. So that's what we have to do. Look at that music. Off. Because pretty much every Star Wars game have to turn the music off. Rule number 1. Yeah, what about the newer stuff? We see, like, you know, people doing Star Wars Jedi Souls and things with music on and all that. Well, I don't know. Maybe they got special permission from Disney to actually be able to record such and upload it to YouTube without Disney having a shit fit. I don't know. But I know I can't. Because I know this thing plays like the regular music from like the movies, like Imperial March and everything. How it plays clips of that on the databank when you go over every single different one, like Imperial March plays here. Other music plays for each one of them. But yeah. One thing I really do like, though, is we're doing the Expanding Fronts mod. The Expanding Fronts mod is... it's very good. Like, it's basically like... okay. So this game's... it's been out for, X amount of years. Then someone makes a big-ass total conversion of just... we're just gonna add, more content to it. Add, like, additional factions, basically. Add new units to things. Add new heroes to things. It's a really good idea. It revitalizes a game that still, I wouldn't say is that popular. Like, in terms of Star Wars RTS, most people think, Empire War, right? But Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds, in my opinion, is the proper RTS, because, well, there's actual resource gathering and shit. Star Wars Empire War, it's not bad. It's just, you have, like, a small base, you can decide, okay, I'm gonna put these things here. But it's mostly, you go planet to planet, making sure that things are reinforced with buildings and units, but yeah. It's not really... it's more like Dawn of War style RTS than, the whole resource gathering and building and that. This is fucking Age of Empires too, which, yeah. The whole thing about you have to basically adapt to each situation, like, adapt to your order, faction, what they're going to be, what they're strong as. Not sure if it really says on the databank what they're strong as, but yeah. But yeah. Also, I think recently Imperial Remnant was added, which I really enjoy. Not from this, but I really enjoy the Imperial Remnant in general, because basically, Expanding Fronts covers the regular game, right? It covers that expanded universe, Imperial Remnant, New Republic. But it also covers, the new canon stuff, like the First Order and the Resistance. But yeah, it also covers the Zen Consortium, which was the order from, Empire War. Black Sun. I know of the Black Suns. I never really looked into them that much. Geonosians are a separate thing in the Confederacy. Confederacy just has, there's tier 2 battle droids, basically. The super battle droids. Well, Geonosians have Geonosians. Gungans, I know you're like, ew, Gungans. Gungans are still probably like up there in my top 3, 4, somewhere. Because I'd say I'm a toss-up between Galactic Empire and actually Trade Federation. Because I like the Trade Federation in this. Just something about, okay, so we have no need for prefab shoulders. We could just cut that completely out and just build droids. Oh, and by the way, they are the good battle droids. We were talking episode 1 battle droids, not, you know, episode 3, well, we gave them goofy voices and made them, comedic factor. We're talking episode 1, Roger Roger, battle droids. But anyway. So we're probably going to be doing, this is probably going to take, I don't know how many videos, because, a reminder, yeah. There's basically, in my opinion, they didn't really make this as good as they could have, because, okay. Let's go back here to factions again. So you have your Galactic Empire, right? That's 1. You have your Gungans, that's 2. Your Rebel Alliance, that's 3. They skipped Royal Naboo. Just completely really skipped them. They don't get a campaign. I know, that's... And no one ever really made a Royal Naboo campaign. You think someone would have. Well, here's the thing. The Gungans and Royal Naboo sort of have a shared one. The Gungans get like, the first half is Gungans. The second half is sort of episode 1, Gungan Naboo. Which is, I guess you could count that as Royal Naboo. Trade Federation get a campaign. Wookiees get a campaign. Wookiees actually get 2 campaigns, though. Wookiees get frickin' tutorial campaign. But yeah. The only one that really gets screwed over in the basic is sort of Royal Naboo and a bit towards the Gungans. But yeah. It's always bothered me that Royal Naboo just get dicked over in that regard. Then the expansion campaigns. Oh, I do not like the expansion campaigns. Fucking Confederacy, and here's the thing. It feels like the expansion campaigns just amp up to an extent that's stupid. But yeah. So am I properly recording anyway? That would be a good thing to tell. Yes, it looks like I am. I have to run this on window capture, not just game capture, so. Have I actually done apparently I've lost my saves. Oh well. Be sure of the scenario editor. Yeah, since we are... Nah, I think I'll do a bonus video maybe that shows off the scenario editor. Because I remember back in the day, there was one person that would ask that I show off the scenario editor. It's like, why am I going to do the scenario editor? Just show off random units and pit them against each other. But yeah, that's just, I mean, it's fun, but that, I don't know what to really do anymore with that. It's like, there's way too many units for me to go through, so. Anyway. Enough rambling. We've rambled for like fucking 15 minutes. Jesus Christ. Okay. What I do like is, I don't know if they actually got Liam Neeson back for this, or if it's someone who's really good, close to his voice. But I do like how the tutorial is voiced by him. But anyway, so, tutorial time. Time to learn how to move and attack. I'm pretty sure we're going to do... I'm not sure for tutorial, but for the majority of the thing, I'll probably do 1 to 2 videos. I mean, 1 to 2 levels per video. So like we did for Warcraft 3. Thing is, Warcraft 3, StarCraft, all those other RTS. Yeah, forget all that. Because this hill, you have to remember you need, if I remember right, proper Age of Empires thing is, like, half your population should be pretty much workers. I know, that seems absurd, but that's literally how you're supposed to do, like, Age of Empires and stuff. Half of workers. It's not like you have, like, 2 million on a gold mine and, well, it's just most of them aren't doing anything because they're idle trying to get into the gold mine. No, you need all those workers working. Anyway.
Transmission 0112TK. Location Alaris Prime. Encoded to Jedi Council. Qui-Gon Jinn transmitting. An unexplored world is a hostile world. I must help the Wookiee leader Attichitcuk to learn the lay of the land. Only then can we find an appropriate place
Also,
to
I know
settle.
the screen size is a bit
End transmission.
But guess what? This here's the proper screen size. I know, right? That's gotta look fun on the video recording. Just for hearing this small little bubble in the top corner. Boof! Now we're actually at proper screen size. So we need to explore the new world. Follow Qui-Gon's instructions to find the camp of Chewbacca's father, Attichitcuk. I don't know if it's ever really been... Was it ever canon that Chewbacca's father's Attichitcuk? Huh? I think his name might have been referenced in the Star Wars Holiday Special, but was it ever canon? I don't know. So click on the Intelligence and Comments buttons for more information. There's a character to Qui-Gon. You get sidetracked midway down the screen for a reminder what to do next. Think like a Wookiee. Be wary but unafraid. Keep checking the section for advanced gameplay tips as you continue learning the campaign. You want advanced intelligence on the lay of land, check the reconnaissance box to see what spies and scouts have uncovered. Since your party is the first to step forward on Lord's Prime, are we sure about that? Very little exploring is taking place. But Joran and Attichitcuk have it. Travel ahead small ways, follow the markers that planted, you won't get lost.
Before we unload workers and equipment, Chewbacca and his friend Shoran need to scout the area. Shoran has moved on ahead, but don't worry. He left markers so we could find him in this wilderness. Now move ahead to the first marker by right-clicking near it.
So yeah. This here is very Warcraft 3 movement tutorial.
Good. I see another marker now. Let's go there. Click on Chewbacca, then right-click near the next marker. Ah, do you see it? There's the next marker. In order to get to it, we'll have to travel through the black area. Right-click on the next marker.
You know, through the fog... yeah, the fog of war, basically.
The black area represents territory you haven't seen. It clears up as Chewbacca moves towards it. I suspect Shoran is nearby.
War?
Move towards the next marker.
One problem I do have about Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds compared to, you know... Well, it's like... The problem though is they have a high emphasis on you should use heroes in combat. Because they have, you know, more health and more damage. I don't really like using heroes in combat. Because I have, you know... Because it's not like, you know, Warcraft 3 will. Heroes are, you know... They have abilities and they... have inventory and they can just, you know, RPG mechanics. Because that's fine. That and the fact that, you know, altar of heroes, altar of storms, altar of undeath, all of that. Well, basically, oh no, your hero died. Well, we'll just bring them back. So yeah, the problem with heroes in this is if they die, you fail the mission. I know, right? It's pretty much like that. I mean, StarCraft was also like that. Well, StarCraft 1, I should say. But yeah, the problem is with heroes just dying, it's like, it makes it a bit like, do I really want to bring them into combat where they're going to potentially die and fail me the entire mission? Because, you know, the problem is you need to be paying attention to them. You also need to be paying attention to keeping your production going. That whole micromanaging. And then you have, you know, a frickin' fail condition in battle that may or may not get blasted by, like, you know, something stupid and or run into like a fortress and die. Like, I remember that happening on one of the gun commissions. Prince Galler got blasted by a fortress. Or Boss Galler got blasted by a fortress, and we were doing really well. I think I had air cruisers. Maybe I accidentally hit him with an air cruiser. I can't remember. I remember it pissing me off, and then I started throwing Death Stars at things.
Shoran
we
says he
found
has
Shoran.
found an obstruction in the path. It could be dangerous. We should stick together.
Or
To
do you know how
explore
to
as a
group
group,
things?
click near the units and drag around them.
Yeah.
Good. Now right-click near the marker to the north.
The one thing is, Qui-Gon's not telling us that we could just do that, or that, or that, or that, or that, or that, or that. That we can't... Yeah, Qui-Gon's not telling us we could just, you know, control group units or any of that.
I see the problem now. Scroll north by moving your mouse to the top of the screen.
Well, that looks like a thing.
Click on that tall structure to select
That's a Trade Federation.
Looks like a
Dangers of the
malfunctioning
Lord's Prime
power
Power Core.
This world is supposed to be uncolonized. If someone else was here, what drove them away? No matter. It's a hazard. We should get rid of it.
We
Scroll
didn't
back
address that
downward
with
to your
Trade
group by
Federation,
moving your
did we?
mouse to the bottom of the screen.
Boop.
Select your explorers by clicking near them and dragging a box around them. Now, scroll north to the power core again, but this time, right-click on it to attack. Your units will advance across the map and attack the power core.
Alright, there is one thing that does bother me. We have aggressive stance. We have defensive stance. We don't have an attack move key, though. We have a patrol. Which, to be fair, patrol actually, in a way, could technically be an attack move, if you think about it. Because they're patrolling an area, which means they will attack once they get to something that is in the way. But yeah, you don't really have an attack move button. You have formations. I never really bothered too much before. Oh god, oh no, it's starring. Does that look bad on the recording though? Shit. Actually let's find out, but yeah. So here's the thing, occasionally a thing will happen where my screen basically fucks up. And yeah. Like, okay, I'm not sure if you guys will see this. Sorry to interrupt this, but okay, so like I really need to see how this looks on OPS. I like the upper perspective. Okay, I can't even really see because like I can't see how it looks on OBS. That's the problem. Because like basically what happens is like half the screen tails into not actually being part of the game anymore. It's really weird. And I can't see if that's occurring or not. Well, maybe if I move with this far, can I see that? No, I can't really see if it's doing it or not. Yeah, my mouse isn't even... yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out if I can tell where that is or not happening. Okay.
Excellent work, my friend. Chewbacca's father, Attichitcuk, awaits us to the north. I can see one of his markers ahead. Let us continue.
I'm just going to take a second to check the OBS.
Shorin says he has found an obstruction in the path. It could be dangerous. We should stick together. To explore as a group, click near the units and drag around them.
So yeah,
Good. Now right-click near the marker to the north.
magical icon. So here's the thing. I might have fixed it. I found one problem. Or I looked it up and stuff, and it's like, apparently this game has issues with the scaling. Like your personal desktop scaling. Now here's the thing. They want you to be like, at least anything over 100 scaling causes issues, right? I switched my desktop scaling to like 100. Holy shit, no. I need at least 125. I cannot adapt to going to 100. Like, all my icons were so small. Jesus. So basically what we did is we went to the settings for this, and we overrid the DPI scaling, so it should be fine. I hope. Which means technically I was able to switch the screen size with this back to 1600 by 900, which is usually my default scaling for most games. Most games, I say. Because that way I can manage it. Like, I look over here at... where's OBS? You look over here at OBS and I can see, make sure I'm recording. Though all I see really from this screen is basically just a red line that tells me, hey, it's probably at least recording. Because the problem is, yeah.
I see the problem
that's
now.
a bit of a mini-map.
Scroll north by moving your mouse to the top of the screen.
Yeah. Because here's the thing, I tested such... like, I recorded a bit after such, and... okay, so this part of the screen right here... like, it cuts off, like, this big chunk here. It becomes basically its own instance, and the game shrinks down to about this size of a window. Like, basically the regular settings, it's overrid to this size of a window.
Click on that tall structure to select it. It looks like a malfunctioning power core. This world is supposed to be uncolonized. If someone else was here, what drove them away? No matter. It's a hazard. We should get rid of it. Scroll back downward to your group by moving your mouse to the bottom of the screen. Select your explorers by clicking near them and dragging a box around them. Now, scroll north to the power core again, but this time, right-click on it to attack. Your units will advance across the map and attack the power core.
But yeah. So yeah, it's go down to about that size of a window. With, like, this just cut off. But yeah, it's also still there. Like, yeah. The problem though was in the recording, like, the screen was just stuck. Like, I don't know, something like this. Something like, yeah, something like that. And yeah, I couldn't do it. I couldn't get it to record the screen anymore. So that was weird. Hopefully we fixed it by turning off the DPI scaling for this. But yeah, as I mentioned, there's no attack move key. Which is a bit, you know. Technically you could use patrol to attack move, but...
Excellent work, my friend. Chewbacca's father, Attichitcuk, awaits us to the north. I can see one of his markers ahead. Let us continue.
It's weird because, like, Joran is technically a bit better than Chewbacca, just by health, and technically in armor. Yeah, he goes 10 out of 10 armor. Chewbacca 0 out of 5. Speed about the same. Reload time about the same. Damage about the same, but yeah. Also, but Chewbacca has better range. Also, high fish. Try or nail
Keep
the
following the
Galactic
markers until we find Attichitcuk.
Oh, now you're just being silly. Just throw down all the markers. All the markers. Look at all the markers.
Looks like he's already staking a claim.
Well, I mean, he built himself a command center.
What's that? Attichitcuk smells trouble. Gundaks, they're attacking the camp. Don't worry.
Which direction?
No match for Wookiee warriors.
Oh, that.
Click a warrior and right-click a Gundak to attack. Defeat them before they can tear down the camp.
Cape. Yeah, he also has better damage and range and armor. And Trigger's a beast.
Excellent fighting, my friend. The Gundaks must have damaged that power core and driven off its owners. We won't be so easily scared away.
By the way,
I have located the malfunctioning power core, destroyed by a Gundark, sir.
You will deal with these Gundaks, Ul 2. Find them, skin them, and bring the pelts to our Trandoshan friends.
Yes, sir.
so here's one thing. Gun darts, right? We know what gun darts are. This here is before Star Wars Galactic. No, before Star Wars The Old Republic. Before the concept of, you know, gun darts and other things had actual models. So, there'll be creatures that we know from Star Wars. But if they haven't been actually, you know, shown in anything officially, they'll definitely different than what we remember from other things. Especially Nerfs. Nerfs do not look like Nerfs. Remember Nerfs from Star Wars The Old Republic? They look like happy space cows. They look like some sort of bug thing in this. It's weird. But the gun darts are just a big red thing. They don't have those bat eel-like things going for them. Anyway, we're technically done here, so game over. Click the current game to exit. We've won, so it is not, you know. Also, we can, however, take a view over everything. Like we can see that, hey, this is where we're going. Also, here's the thing. They could have technically cheaped out here and, you know, just left nothing over here. But for some reason they placed all these resources. Don't know why they placed all these resources. Placed a river with fish. They sort of didn't do much over here. Well, they at least made it look like shallow water to deeper water. But yeah, then there's all this right here. You know, they didn't have to populate this with trees or anything. They didn't even have to build this over here. They could have literally just, you know, left this as ocean. You know. But they did. So, I mean, you don't really need to do that. It's just, especially when you're only covering, you know, that path, though. It's just additional stuff for that the player won't see unless they, you know, use the map reveal sheet. Force Explorer, Force Sight. Anyway, that's mission.
He has begun the journey of discovery that will ultimately transform him into a great leader.
The only problem though is now our screen's actually even tinier on the recording. Oh god, like, yeah, the thing is I adjusted for OBS, But if I do that, I also have to then readjust it for once it's in game. So yeah, because it's weird. Menu goes back to this small ass size. Like it's taking up just a small corner of my recording. But then you go into game, it's like boof. Yeah, I think we'll cover gathering resources and then probably call it. Because, you know, reasons.
Give a Wookiee bantha meat and he'll eat for a day. Teach a Wookiee to hunt bantha and he'll eat for a lifetime.
Banthas aren't fish.
Gathering
Qui-Gon.
resources, including metal, food, nova crystals, and carbon, is critical to this colony's survival. I will endeavor to help Attichitcuk and his son Chewbacca to gain this capability.
Here's the thing. Qui-Gon's going to actually teach us a bit wrong. Because, yeah. Gotta remember, you play this like Age of Empires, too. Basically, prioritize things. Especially at tech level 1, food. Like, the whole thing about Age of Empires, Age of Mythology, all those age things is you prioritize food. Basically the first thing. So that way you can pop tech level 2 as soon as possible. Then once you reach tech level 2, then you get workers on, you know, your other resources, carbon, or stuff like that. But yeah, first priority, food. Right out the gate.
The key to colonization is self-sufficiency. We'll begin gathering resources right away.
But
We will need to gather 200 food, 100 carbon, 50 nova crystals, and 50 ore. To begin,
Okay.
click one worker.
Don't let workers stand idle. Look in the lower economic objectives. A river cuts us off in the east and Penderville Forest blocks the path to the west. Luckily, we won't need to travel far to find the resources. Worker.
Now, to begin gathering food from the Muja fruit bush, right-click on it. Now look in the status area at the bottom of the screen. If you have a worker selected, you can see how much food the worker is holding. The worker will keep picking Muja fruit until he is carrying 10 food.
Yay. I know, right? It's going to take us a while to get to 200
Then he will
food
carry
at
it to the
10
command
each.
center and return to the Muja fruit bush for more. You can learn more by moving your mouse over any of the symbols on the bottom of the screen. You can also see a miniature map of your surrounding area. To remind yourself what your objectives are, click on the Objectives button on the far right side of your screen. When your objectives change, this button will flash to let you know.
Well, can I assign these other workers to it, or are you going to complain that I'm not
To
doing
gather
it?
food faster,
There you
select
go.
all your workers and
sorry,
send them
I
to
went a
work
bit
by
fast,
right-clicking on a
Qui-Gon.
fruit bush.
My bad. I didn't realize. There you go. I went a bit fast. Can we build farms yet? No. Then we don't have any carbon, so. There are ways to get
You can monitor your current stockpiles of food
Never mind.
above the mini-map in the lower right corner of the screen. You can also monitor your carbon, nova crystal, and ore stockpiles. You've gathered 50 food, which is enough to create another worker. See that large building? That's your command center. Click on your command center.
Alrighty, Qui-Gon.
Then click the Create Worker button in the lower left corner of the screen. Now watch the progress bar in the status area at the bottom of the screen. When the progress bar reaches 100%, your new worker will appear next to your command center.
I already told him to go to food. He's not going to. But still.
Another way to gather food is by shore fishing. Take your new worker and move
that's
him
actually
towards the river to the east.
Not the worst idea. You can also build a shipyard.
See those jumping
eventually
fish?
make
Select your
fish and
worker
chips.
and right-click on the fish. The worker will start fishing and adding to your food stockpiles. Chewbacca should be along any minute. Until then, keep your workers gathering resources. By now, you should have enough food to create another worker at your command center.
Yeah, shore fishing's not terrible if there's actually fish by the shore. Normally fish are more out.
That should be enough workers to get the job done.
Bullshit.
If any workers are idle, the idle worker button will flash below the minimap. Click on the button to jump to any workers who aren't pulling their weight.
Oh, you're not even gonna let me build more workers? Oh. Well, then again, we only have 5 out of 5 prefab cap right now anyway, so. Cause yeah, takes a while for resources to build up. If it was up to me, I'd be building more
Keep
workers.
in mind that your workers aren't trained warriors like Chewbacca. They can be vulnerable to attacks
No,
from
we have to learn
Gondoks and the
this.
like. When workers are in trouble, they can run to the command center for shelter. They can even shoot at invaders from the command center.
It's a
Let's try a
useful
drill.
thing to know.
Click on the command center. Now click on the Activate Alert Beacon button. Your workers will take shelter in the command center.
You know, it's not like we're busy gathering resources, but sure.
Excellent. With the command center selected, activate the alert beacon again to continue gathering resources.
But okay, I wanna go back to work. I know. Just, you guys are trying to do your thing, and quick everyone to the command center. Wait, do I have to? Do I have to
You've got enough
activate
food.
again?
It's time to gather
There we
carbon. Carbon is used to create duroplast, which we use for building.
Oh, we do not have nearly
Click on a
enough
worker,
food.
then click on a tree. The worker will attach an extractor ring to the tree and gather carbon from it.
Kraken, we do not have nearly enough food. But since we're down to only 3 birches, I'll heal with you. Sadly, the birches do not live long enough. It helps to expand on animals that are, you know, prey animals, not so much predator animals. Also, you could harvest nurse for food, but
Ah, here comes Chewbacca.
I would
I
build an
sense trouble.
animal
Gondoks
nursery
are
and put
approaching.
nurse in it.
Select your command center and activate the alert beacon to bring the workers inside.
Ooh. Okay, I'll heal with you. Hi, Chewbacca. Hey, you found Nova crystals for me. Good job. So where are these Gondoks? Oh, there are these Gondoks. Oh no, Gondoks. Pew pew. Pew pew pew. Chewbacca, do I help? Pew pew.
That was quick thinking. You can put your
Thanks
workers
for
back to
helping,
work now.
Qui-Gon. And everyone goes back to work. Now I have a Chewie to oversee things.
While your workers work, you should send Chewbacca exploring. It's always a good idea to venture beyond the homestead to map out the territory and search for more resources. You found ore. When processed, ore becomes durasteel, which is used to make buildings and defenses strong. You'll need 50 ore to continue.
Nova crystals.
You found some Nova crystals. These are a valuable commodity that is used as currency throughout the galaxy.
Since when?
You'll need 50 Nova
Credits are
crystals
used,
to go any
not
further.
Nova crystals. But sure, whatever you say. Oh, you know, Nova crystals are used as the currency. When have they ever been used as the currency? Unless you can make credits out of Nova crystals, in that case, maybe. Anyway, so the thing is, how did the Gondoks reach us?
That's
Do
plenty
they
of carbon.
come out of the
You
crystals?
should begin looking for formations of nova crystals and ore.
You say that, but at the same time, I'm thinking you're lying to me. But you won't let me build more workers, so... Or prefab shelters, so... Or farms. You won't let me build farms. Yeah, wait a second. Yeah, I think farms are actually a tier 1 thing in this. I think in Age of Mythology, weren't they a tier 2 thing? I feel like you couldn't build farms until like tier 2. Maybe this is where the gun darts came from, along the shoreline. Okay, so, you know, we should... Oh, so we can't build... We're not allowed to build, you know... Jeez, that's still quite a few fish, actually. Those things are not bad. I really wish we could assign more people elsewhere. But fine, we will spread out our resource gathering. This is so suboptimal. To be fair, for the objectives, all I have to do is assign multiple people things. But yeah, we need like, you know, you probably need the majority of your workers on food and carbon. Or it's mostly for defensive purposes. Which means I'll probably be mostly focusing on ore, because I like to turtle. Oh, do I like to turtle. You know, fine. Fine, we'll assign them to that. Because, yeah, we just need to get to the caps. It's not like we're really, you know, trying to be strategic, hell. Meanwhile, Chewbacca could go explore. We're just trying to reach the numbers. But yeah, this is totally not suboptimal. Because you want, like, at least 10 to 20 workers on carbon. 20 to 30 workers on food. Then another 10 or 20 on, you know, Nova and ore. The only problem, though, is you will run out of ore and Nova crystals rapidly. More so ore, because here's the thing about ore. 350. 800. Trees? You're gonna be good on trees. I mean, look how many trees there are.
You've gathered enough ore for now.
You're more so going to need the other resources. Food becomes a bit of a problem at times. Or, yeah, ores will you end up with the problem, well, oh, it's outside my territory. Well, I need to expand towards ore.
You've collected resources like an expert frontiersman. Are you sure you haven't colonized a planet?
Oh, I have. Anyway, that was your tutorial for this. I know, right? So, how did the Gundarks reach me? I think they just spawned over a hill. Anyway. Yeah, by the way, don't go off exploring. I mean, they could have technically just been sitting over hill until that happens. Which, once again, didn't really need to populate over hill. They did anyway. But see, this is what I was expecting. Stuff like this, where it's just... And then they placed nothing, because they didn't need to. There are some hidden things on maps. Hidden things. But anyway. Huzzah.
He learns quickly. I am most impressed.
Well, at least Qui-Gon's impressed. You know what? Trying to remember which one's long compared to uppers. Since we did so much of that, I think we'll do these 3 next time. And then those 2. That one's probably going to be the long one. But yeah, I spent too much time rambling at the beginning and going over things, so yeah. Next time, building an army. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all and have a nice day. Can't believe we're doing this again. And here's the thing. I'm going to try not to cheat too much. Because, yeah, I remember how our playthrough went. Everything's fine, and then, oh, Gallo died. Fuck it. Send in the Death Star. Oh, well, we failed this one. Script. I don't want to have to re-record everything and redo the entire mission. Send in the Death Star. Actually, I think there is a setting I might want to turn on. I might want to turn on auto-saving. Wait, no, I think auto-saving is only for the... Is it already for the scenario menu? For the... editing stuff? Huh. Not sure. But anyway, I can't remember to save more often, and sadly... I don't believe there is hotkey. Game commands. Diplomacy, right. Go to that stuff. Oh. F12 to save game, everyone. F12 to save game. What's F5? No, seriously. What's F5? Come on. What's F5? Cause I'm not really seeing anything that says that's on F5. So why is it on F12? Cause yeah. Statistics, tech tree. Okay. So, F3. Save chapters F9. Save game. Change that to F5. Cause why wouldn't that be F5? Just saying. Where's load game? Is there no option for load game? Because there's an option for save game. F3. Why wouldn't that just be like, you know? Okay. Change that to, where was it? Pause break. You can't change it to pause break. Fine. That's fine. Okay. So. I'm gonna do a random test too. That's a meaty clip. So I can't change that. Okay, so if I press F5, oh, okay, is that the most? Yes, no, maybe. Okay. So it's not the not the most thing. Oh, jeez, 1,000. I really wish I could have over 1,000 in the campaign. I really wish I could. Okay, just testing. Anyway, next time. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you. Have a nice day.